Hello and welcome to the Motorway Man, and welcome to my series where I'll be showing you the wonders of the fine cities and towns across the UK. As always, there'll be a bit of history. I'll give my top 5 things to do while you're here. I'll be explaining how to get here, so join me as today we look at the wonderful town of Middlesbrough. And as always, before we get into things, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it makes the channel bigger, it makes me happy. And also, before we move on, I'd like to congratulate those 2 people that got service station gas right this week. It returns on Thursday, so yeah, make sure you check out service station gas this Thursday. Congratulations if you wanted the food that got it right. So, some basic facts to get us going. So, Middlesbrough's official name is the town of Middlesbrough. It was founded in 1830 and is pretty large with a population of 150,000 people. It's located in the county of North Yorkshire in the region of Yorkshire and the Humber, and it's in England, and you can get to it from the major road, the A19. So, as always, we'll be starting with the history. So, Middlesbrough was pretty small up until the Industrial Revolution, and due to it being set along the River Tees and pretty close to the coast, it was able to have lots of ports. This allowed it to have a major monopoly in shipbuilding and steel production. It was also famous for its ironworks. This made the town grow quite rapidly and spread into the wonderful town it is today. And Middlesbrough, it's still a great town to visit still to this day. And I'm going to be giving you my top 5 things to do while you're here. So, time for my first recommendation then. And the first thing I recommend you see while you're here in Middlesbrough is Middlesbrough Town Hall. Middlesbrough Town Hall is one of the most recognisable buildings in all of the town. It's quite famous for its nice design and its clock tower. Now it has a nice lobby you can go in and see, and it's just a nice building to look round if you're into your architecture. So, now you might know of Middlesbrough because it's famous for quite a few things. Now one of the things it's famous for is the bridges. So if you did come to Middlesbrough, you'd have to check out the bridges. Now there's 2 major ones, and they are the Tees Newport Bridge. Now this one you can actually drive over, so that's pretty cool. And it's one of the most visually interesting bridges that there is. And the other bridge is known as the Tees Transporter Bridge. The Tees Transporter Bridge is massive, and it's the largest transporter bridge anywhere in the world. So yeah, if you come to Middlesbrough, you have to come and see it, because it's massive, it's definitely noticeable, and as I say, it's the largest transporter bridge in the world. It links the 2 sides of the River Tees, so on one side is Middlesbrough in North Yorkshire, and the other side is a whole different county, County Durham. So yeah, it links the 2 counties in a very cool way, so definitely, you've got to see the Tees Transporter Bridge. Now, another thing Middlesbrough's most famous for is its football. So, you'd have to come and see the Riverside Stadium, which is home to Middlesbrough FC. Now, Middlesbrough Football Club currently play in the Championship, but they're actually quite famous for being one of the most successful teams in the Premier League. So you never know, maybe one day they'll make it back there. They might even be there when you come. So yeah, Middlesbrough FC in the Riverside Stadium, one of the most famous things. Football definitely means a lot to the town, so you'd have to visit if you came. Right, so coming in at number 4, another thing Middlesbrough's famous for is all of its artwork. Now look at that massive sculpture thing. So yeah, and it's got that cool bottle, and there's some of my favourite pieces around the town. So yeah, if you're into your art, or just a few different quirky, a little bit different to the other things we've covered in this series. So yeah, if you come to Middlesbrough, you'll have to see all of its modern artwork. Now finally coming in at number 5. So like I was saying, in a town known for its modern artwork, it also has an insanely modern cathedral. I mean, this is a very modern cathedral. And look, it even shows you the bells of the clock tower there on the outside, so that's very cool. So yeah, it's a very rare kind of modern cathedral, which we don't really see these days, because most of them are like old-fashioned. So yeah, if you're into your modern art, you know, all the artwork and its cathedral, so yeah, this town's very interesting, and of course, very nice. So, say when I get here, how can you do that? So, if you're coming to Middlesbrough, you're going to want to use the A19. So, if you're arriving on the northbound, you'll be using the A19 towards Middlesbrough and Stockton. So, after the junction with the 1130, move into lane 1 of the A19 and keep in lane towards Middlesbrough. Now when a slip road merges after that junction, it'll become lane 2. So you're keeping that lane, and you'll follow the A66 towards Middlesbrough. And once you're on the A66, you basically take the next turn off and then you're there. But again, that slip road, you keep in lane, although it becomes lane 2, you just don't move, you just keep in lane, and you try and avoid any complications there. Now if you are arriving on the southbound, you're going to want to use the A19 towards the south, Darlington and Middlesbrough. After the junction with the A132, move into the new lane 1, which is the old slip road merging, so yeah, that'll become your new lane 1, and you're heading that one towards Middlesbrough, so you're keeping lane 1, follow the A66 towards Middlesbrough, and like I said, it's the same with the northbound. Once you're on the A66, you take the next turn off, and any one of those turn offs on that junction will take you into the town centre more or less. So yeah, there's all your road information. Hopefully that makes it a bit simpler for you. And of course, if you are arriving by public transport, there's a bit of public transport information on screen for you, where the airports are, the bus stations, the train stations. Now if you're arriving by sea travel, you can come on a ship. And of course we have the major roads, the A19, the A66, the A1150, the A1053, the A174, the A172, the A1043, the A1130, the A1032, and if you are looking for the nearest major motorways, they are the A1M and the A66M. So there we have it. That is everything that you need to know when you come here to the wonderful modern town of Middlesbrough. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate your time as always. And again, like I said at the start of the episode, if you're one of those 2 people that got Service Station Guest right this week, then of course congratulations goes to you. Service Station Guest returns on Thursday, and on Wednesday make sure you check out my town guide of Scarborough. Scarborough is a beautiful town on the coast with a castle, a lighthouse, a harbour, a great beach, a nice park. So yeah, it's the real deal. So make sure you check that out on Wednesday. Like I said, Service Station Guest on Thursday. Another big city guide on Sundays, we take a look at Birmingham, which is a wonderful big city, and that'll give me a bit of time to get out and about this week to film my Christmas special coming in the coming weeks, probably something like Saturday the 23rd. So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff for you guys to look forward to, so make sure you're subscribed because you don't want to miss any of this. We've got Scarborough, we've got Birmingham, Service Station Guest, and a Christmas special all coming before Christmas Day. So yeah, have a great day. Subscribe if you haven't already. I shall catch you in the next one. Goodbye.